In a time of crisis, one Black-owned business started from scratch, and they really ended up making a huge contribution to the battle against COVID deaths.
Archer Corporate Services is led by Dennis Archer Jr. and his partner Mike Carr. They spoke with our business editor Rod Maloney for today's Black-owned Business Month profile.
This is the lobby at Archer Corporate Services in Belleville. They're already a GM supplier, but early in the pandemic, GM called up and said, look, we need help building these. These are the breathing tubes for the ventilators they were building for the government. Now, they didn't know anything about this, but they knew they had to help. So they cleared out the lobby and went to work 7 days a week. At the time, GM knew as much about building ventilators as the companies it leaned on to make it happen. Dennis Archer Jr. tells Local 4 everyone from white collar to warehouse staffers ramped up quickly.
This is work that no one had done before.
The height of the pandemic last year, I think we all wanted to figure out, how do I do my part in stemming the tide of COVID-19?
Partner Mike Carr joined in as well.
We thought, Eureka, we've landed on something where we can have an impact.
ACS's real business is called fulfillment, shipping large company marketing materials, medical device samples, and GM dealer communications where needed. Fortunately, because they already had federal licenses for that medical equipment, they shaved time off the initial response.
So we were taking tubes apart, putting new parts on them, putting them back together, sanitizing the tube, spraying, making sure any air was off, sealing them back in plastic, and then boxing them and sending them
to General Motors Kokomo, Indiana plant for final assembly. They made more than 40,000.
Folks were impassioned about this work. We worked long hours. We came in on weekends. On some days we would leave on Sunday, and then we would get a call and we'd all have to come back on Sunday. And that went on, for months.
And while ACS is Black-owned,
Mike and I always say that we don't go around waving the African flag, so to speak. We lead with the quality of our service, our experience.
Try and employ as many Black people as we can. Clearly, diversity is large in our company, given who Dennis and I are. And so if you look at our workforce, 80% of our workforce is diverse. And so we want to continue that.
So good was ACS's performance, General Motors awarded the team the Supplier of the Year Overdrive Award.
There's no better team building exercise than sitting out on a production line for hours with the people you work with every day, normally at your desk on the computer talking to clients. So from a morale standpoint for ACS, it was fabulous.
This job is long since finished, but the blistered fingers and the lessons learned have stuck. And they say they're going to be able to take all that they know now from this experience and expand this Black-owned business. In Belleville, Rod Maloney, Local 4.